guys, welcome to my channel. It's Mr. 200 meters. Today I'm doing a review on the MacBook 2017, the newest release, 13-inch. Probably the most powerful one out of the 13 inches right now. The specs are as follows. It's got a 3.1 gigahertz processor, Intel Core i5. It's got 8 gig memory. I believe the standard is 4 gigabytes. 2 gig, 4 gig, 8 gigabytes, 16 gigabytes, and I'm sure you can customize any more. If I do get any information wrong, do let me know, and please do your own research as well as this video as well. I'm not a professional reviewer. I just got asked to give my review and kind of perspective on if it's worth it getting this laptop for those who are students, those who are not, those who are watching this video. Around my age group, is it worth the investment? So that's why I'm making this video today for you guys. Okay, cool. This laptop is amazing. I'll be super honest with you. It's very amazing. Like in terms of color, you're looking at retina display, amazing color depth, beautiful color. If you're looking at sound, the sound is absolutely amazing. I don't think you'll be able to appreciate the sound unless you're in the room, you know, but the quality of the image is absolutely amazing. If you're an editor or a photography student and stuff, this is going to be amazing for you to get a true representation of what you're actually trying to achieve, which is great. Before I continue, if I say amazing too many times, you have to forgive me. It's part of my vocabulary and it's a word I overuse. I've been trying to stop, but it hasn't worked. This computer is very powerful. I mentioned that this is a 3.1 gigahertz version. This is an incredibly fast computer. It's made for performance, and it's, I guess, with a touchpad insertion or improvement, it is probably a little bit more for entertainment as well. As I mentioned, it has a retina display. If I said that right, I'm Nigerian, find me. It is amazing for watching 4K and shoot, like watching 4K video. It's honestly, it's very good. I haven't used this to edit anything, except like I don't really like editing, and I'm gonna go into why I don't like this computer, right? Like the cons of why I don't use this for editing, etc. Later down into the video. However, let's talk about the good stuff about it. So, I mean, I'm gonna try to make this as professional as possible. To be honest, I've had a look at the prices and stuff, and I believe this is going for right now. This is going for £1,750. Yes. Crazy, right? It kind of burns. Yeah. So this laptop goes for £1,749, so it's £1,800 you're gonna fork out. However, if you want to finesse, I'm joking, if you're a student and you want to get this cheaper, make sure you take your student ID. So all my students here listening, take your student ID, show them that you're a student, prove that you're a student, and you can get, I think, 10%, 15% discount, I can't remember. So it just reduces the amount, honestly. And yeah, that percentage does help reduce how much you're forking out, because you're talking K's, boy, like that's rent money, you get me? The features I love about this, okay, so in terms of just looking at the computer is absolutely beautiful. It's got this nice, as the Americans say, aluminum finish, you know, I think that's what you call it. Just nice and shiny, just looks like money. It looks like shmoney, yes. If I was holding this, I'll probably get like a see-through case to show y'all that I gassed this, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, you gotta be humble with Apple. I've been a big fan of Apple, very big fan of Apple, and then yeah, I think this is a great step up in terms of design. It is quite heavy compared to my Air, obviously because my Air is an Air. However, for a Pro, it's actually quite light. I believe it's about 14.4. Wow! I've just forgot all the statistics. 3 to 4.5 pounds, as this says. Don't quote me, but it's quite light for a Pro. It's not too heavy compared to my Air, which is the one I currently use. It's got the touch bars I've mentioned, and also this little cheeky little thing that they've thrown in there is the Touch ID. You put your little finger on there and you log in just like your iPhone, which is cute. However, I don't like that because it's sneaky, and I don't want to feel like I'm using an iPhone when I'm using a MacBook, but that's just me. But to be honest, it's cute and it's pretty. The touch bar is amazing, does all these cute features depending on which app that's open on your device, which is very nice, and it does, I guess, change the experience. Photoshop, when you're doing some coloring, you know, you have the ability to change the coloring on the touchpad, etc. So I guess Apple are trying to bridge the gap of high computer technology, touchscreen. I'm gonna bring it together, give you a headache, and I'm gonna blow your mind. Boom. I love it, really and truly, I love it. However, I'm gonna analyze this from a perspective of a creative that just loves functionality. And obviously this is only ever individual to me, hence why I'm making this review. It comes with 4 ports. None of them are USBs, none of them are SD ports. A USB, obviously, if you don't know what USB is and you've been living in a cave, a USB is everything that this world has. Everything that USB port is like, you know, you got your USB stick, your memory card, your hard drive, you know, all that good stuff. It doesn't have any of it. Guys, look at this. Look how beautiful that looks. Cute, cute, cute. Bam, go to the side. What is that? Oh my god, I've been waiting to do this like a makeup artist. Guys, okay, wait, no, okay, the focus isn't working. Okay, so guys, look at that. Look at that. It has a, wow, this is really not working for me. So yeah, it's just got those 2 ports, which are right there. I don't know if you can see that. Those are for charging this device, as well as some extensions that Apple have given you to replace the USB. Now, looking at this, I don't see it, you know, why it would have cost anything to remove a USB. I guess you can say they're trying to go for a very thin laptop, so you know they're trying to, yeah. Guys, not gonna lie, Apple, you overdid it there. I'll be honest with you, that was overdone. As I've touched on that subject of many extensions, I will dive into those extensions. So this comes with a nice long charger. Yes, compared to the one that Apple created for the last couple Macs, which were quite short. Thank you, Apple. Appreciate it. Now this is a different Mac charger to the last one because they've changed the ports to a name that I cannot pronounce or remember right now. I do apologize. I'm trying for you guys. Google it. So we have the charger, which is a fat charger, which is cute. You know, it's cute. I say it's cute because I'm just not fascinated personally. I mean, it's new. I love gadgets and I love it. It's not fascinating to me. I'm all about functionality as well as design, not sometimes stupidity. Sorry, Apple, I do love you. Cute charger. Now, you're on the go. You just shot some footage. You're a student that's a creative. You're a photographer. You're a videographer. You just like photos in general. You haven't got your cable for your camera. You want to plug in an SD card. Hi. Yeah, no, you can't do that. You have to get one of these. And you know what's funny? It's not even one of these. There's another extension that you have to get to be able to plug in an SD card port, as well as HDMI, as well as blah blah blah. Now this one I'm holding right here, I believe, how much it costs? I'm not too sure, but I have another one which I'm using for the connection to my PC that costs around £50 to £60, which is probably about from $40 to $50. Cool, I don't know the exchange rates, kill me. This little baby here, you have to carry around with your new thinner heavy Mac. Like, guys, okay, I know how much I lose my iPhone cable. I know how much I lose my headphones. Apple are just adding one more thing for me to lose. Like, what am I gonna do with this? It's great because cool, yes, I can still get what I need. However, then have 2 USB ports, I will need to get a specific one that probably has 2 or 3. So I'd have to then go and buy and spend more money on top of the £1,800 I've just spent on you. Yes, Apple, I know you're trying to make them peas, but bro, like we students out here, you know, we trying to make money like you. Yes, so this has a HDMI, this has the little power port, which is obviously the Thunderbolt thing, and it's got a USB. Now, yeah, like I said, to do multitasking and do more than one USB ports as a human would do, you know, I don't know, you have to buy more than one. So you're gonna have this plugged in as well as your charger. Okay, now just let's imagine in a world where you're actually a sit-down creative, where you have, as you can see, multiple screens that you use at the same time, as well as your normal screen being this one. I will probably have to get a couple of these if I was to have a huge setup, and that would probably drain my battery because there's so much output coming out of the laptop. Bam. I know that doesn't even make sense, but to me that's how I think, okay? So I think it is great that they gave this feature, but Apple are really trying to go away from the usual ports and make themselves really exclusive in the market. And I guess they do have the power to do so because they're an amazing brand who have a huge customer satisfaction as well as customer loyalty. It's crazy. I'm an Apple customer and I never want to go back to Windows. I look at Windows and I laugh. Haha, yeah. This is getting a little bit silly, Apple, and I guess at a point I will have to upgrade fully to this and be happy with it and be satisfied with it, but right now I'm not happy with it. I mean, if this was somehow smaller and more attached to it, I guess I can do my own attachment. I'll show you what I mean. So on my MacBook right now, you know MacBooks are very, very small in memory. Oh, by the way, the MacBook Pro, this is a 256GB version. That's very expensive, but it's very good. However, I mean, the usual one standard, you're looking at something like 1.5GB. That's how much it feels, Apple. Thank you. Basically, so this MacBook is a MacBook Air 13-inch 2015, so the early 2015, not mid 2015. This has a 1.6GHz processor, 8GB memory, and it's got Intel HD graphics, 1536MB. Basically, meaning it's good, but it's not as good as this one. But it's very, 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 very crisp. However, when I do look at both of them, I can see I would enjoy that one more in terms of viewing experience. But this is very high quality for me, and I'm very, very satisfied with it. This storage is 120GB, and if you're an Apple user and you already know, this goes in like, by the time you breathe, it's gone. Like, you have to clear your memory at least 3 times a day, especially for someone that's a creative. How do I defeat this? I guess this idea. I've got a hard drive on my computer and it's stuck on. Don't do this at home because you're probably going to use magnets and you're going to wipe your hard drive. Don't do that. Got Velcro. This is me and Enam's idea. We put Velcro on here, and we constantly carry our hard drive everywhere we go, plugged into the side of our laptop. Amazing. Now, if Apple was able to incorporate, which they will probably steal this idea, thanks Apple, if they were able to incorporate some idea where they could probably stick this in, plug it in there, yes, plug this in there, have a, I guess, let's say like a Velcro faced Swedish texture, whatever they want to do, and then they put that little devices that I just had in my hand around here. I guess maybe you could say, yeah, it could work because you then have all your ports, but then that's adding hella weight to my laptop when it's already kind of heavy. I don't like that. I don't like that. So that's what I don't like about this laptop. It's got a lot of stuff that's going to be fiddly. Also, the plug-in, the charging ports are not like the MacBook Air. The MacBook Air, if I was to walk past and hit the cable will instantly fall off. And I shall demonstrate. So, oh my god, charging my laptop, kid runs by, bam, nothing happens to my laptop. So, this is how, if I was to knock it off, I pull the Mac, because it takes a bit of strength. Now, if I was a weak person, or I just got beat up and I was weak, I won't be able to unplug my charger. Now my Mac's gonna blow. What am I gonna do, Apple? Come back to you? You're not gonna give me insurance or anything like that unless I pay for it because you're making me spend money. Yes, let me round up my thoughts very, 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 very crisply before we end this video. Speaking as a normal person, I would say this laptop is utterly a good buy. Very amazing buy if you're not fussed by the ports, if you're not really fussed by that. It's performance wise, it is very, very excellent. I would love to work with this and edit with this because like the speeds I will get is just crazy. It has a new storage and transference files thing. It's just super quick, and it actually optimizes storage better than any Mac that's ever been built, which is something I do like about the hardware inside. The keyboard, yes, so the keyboard, I didn't cover it then, but I'll briefly talk about the keyboard. That's how it sounds. I believe, if I'm correct, everything is feedback now. The mouse is a haptic feedback, and the keyboard, I believe, is either haptic feedback or a very, very soft keyboard. So it's, you hear the click, it feels like the haptic feedback, just like the mouse. But yeah, you don't really feel the same kind of click down as you have on the other MacBooks. Haptic feedback means, just like an iPhone 7, the home button doesn't actually press down. It's just a vibration that the computer generates every time it senses the touch and the pressure. So it's pressure sensitive touch basically. And I guess it's kind of introduced a little 3D sort of touch on the MacBook Pro as well, which is a nice feature to have. I apologize if you're watching this video and the information's all messed up, but I'm new to this, and this is just me ranting as I usually do. This is Mr. 200, not Billy from Apple. Yeah. So I think it's a nice design. I mean, there's probably some B-roll rolling over my head. I do kind of like the keyboard, however, I do prefer my old MacBook because I just like a bit more feedback from my fingers and a little bit of a lighter touch. This just does feel a bit firm and sometimes feels like it can get a little bit sticky. Because it's haptic feedback, you can actually change and edit it. So, I mean, you can put it from a light touch all the way to a firm touch, and the middle would be medium, basically. If you like a bit more clicky feel, go to firm, and it makes it feel a little bit more harder to press. If you like a light feel, it makes it almost feel like you're touching nothing and you click. However, I would say because this runs on so much hardware, meaning that there's not actually functionality in some things except for computer generated feedback. If you were to, for example, mess about and break this laptop and say damage your feedback, then I don't see how you would use a laptop effectively. You'd have to then replace it, which would cost you more money. Hi, Apple. I guess it's a very good laptop, and the design and the finish is absolutely beautiful. Bigger keys, not more spaced out, but bigger keys. Bigger mouse pad, I guess, for that multi-touch, which is amazing. I think this laptop is actually a goal, and to a lot of the people who've asked me on Snapchat, should I buy this computer or laptop, blah, 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 I would say yes, simply because it's beautiful, it's fast, it's performance-based, it's there. However, no USB ports, no SD ports, just what it has, the Thunderbolt, whatever thing. For me, I just feel like it's a little bit too futuristic. We're not in 2017, we're in 2017. We need to bring it back, and USBs are everywhere around us. We have USBs in every single aspect of life right now, and if Apple were to move away from that, it is too drastic a change right now. You would find yourself like messing up information and stuff, you know, if you weren't able to have those extension cables. I also, like I said, I don't like the keypad because it feels a bit soft, sometimes a little bit techy. I don't like the feedback pressure sensitive touchpad. I like to feel pressing something actually. That's just because I spend long hours editing. I just love to get that feedback underneath my finger. The touchpad is beautiful and it works, and it's a multifunctional touchpad, and it has the volume and the brightness buttons and the escape button at the top. However, I feel that this is a little bit just too much. I don't feel it was necessary. It's beautiful to look at, but I'm perfectly happy with my escape buttons and all my buttons at the top of my computer, because when it's time to press the volume button, you find yourself pressing the volume up and down on certain apps, and you have to actually slide with your finger. I just feel like that's just effort. Like, I just tap, 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 go, mute, bam. If you're not someone that's a fussy person, if you're not really fussy, and please do invest in this laptop. It's a very, very good buy. You would be very pleased with it. The camera is very, very high quality. Like I said, the sound is beautiful. It's got this nice rich bass tone. But yeah, I would prefer an older Mac just because of my functionality. I'm a student. You know, I'm a YouTuber who needs SD cards. I'm doing SD card stuff on the run, transfers on the run, do commercial shoots or product shoots. I have to transfer information like that. I don't need to be looking for extra cables and extensions. It's just a waste of my time. I just want to be able to get my Mac out, do my work, put my Mac back in my bag and resume my day. And I'm sure students as well, for all of you who want to get Macs, you're probably going to want to use it for functionality as well. So consider that when you're looking for this. So I'll say it has its ups and downs, and I'll say it's a good buy. However, it depends on which side of the line are you. You know, are you comfortable with that? You don't mind getting those extensions? Yeah, I'll say get it. Why not? Me, I personally just wouldn't get it unless I need to. When it becomes imperative, that's when I will get it. And like I said, I'm going to end this video on the biggest thing that has offended me. Apple logo. What are you doing? So Apple is known for its amazing logos. It's gone through the rainbow color standing for equality, as well as the white light up logo that we have on the MacBooks. This doesn't. This is an aluminum finish. Like, oh my god. Like, guys, it looks crisp, beautiful, but not gonna lie, Apple, why I bought you is actually for that light, the flash B. Like, I want people to know, you know, it's me. You know, it's me. Like, I want people to know, yeah, this is my MacBook. I want to get stickers and make it light up. If I get a sticker, it looks like I've got the Apple, I've got the YouTube platinum sign, which I'm gonna get in Jesus' name. I guess it's cute. I will call this laptop cute. I wouldn't say it's mediocre in its performance, but I would say it's cute. For me, guys, personally, I would get something else. I would get the newest ones with the same specs, just I guess more functional. This has been my review on the Apple MacBook Pro 13 2017 with the touchpad ID and the touch fingerprint thingy with the haptic feedback. Guys, do let me know if you do have any questions. I'm going to try to answer them for you on my daily life. I'll actually have a look, and if you do have me on Snapchat, add me on Snapchat, send me some questions, and I will answer that for you as much as I can. Yes, this has been a very long video, but I try to say it all. I guess it's been more of a rant than a video, but yeah, it's what it is. Apple, I am very happy with this product. However, I'm disappointed just because of how the ports brought it down for me, really. I mean, I can live with the Touch ID, the touchpad, all of that. It's cute and it's like, I love it. It's a cool feature, but for me, it's just not functional for my life as a creative or somebody as a student. So students, it's up to you. I've given you my review. Guys, let me know what you think, if you want to get it or not. It is worth the money. You can feel the money in your hand, but if you were to break this, as I said, and you were to mess with the hardware, I doubt you'd be able to unlock your laptop or even use your mouse. Then you'd have to get an extension for a USB for a mouse. What do you do then? I don't know. Anyways, I'm out. I'm going to go smash this laptop. I'm joking. Bye guys. All these cables. Oh my god.